And for a second.
7 people died on May 23rd, possibly due to crowding delays.
But again, that shit, like that shit is fucking, that's nuts. It's absolutely insane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
12th person of that year was missing and presumed dead.
That's crazy. Again, like fucking.
Everything was prohibited in 2020.
Kelly, what's good, man? Right now, Shannon's talking in the background about Mount Everest, a bunch of facts. This shit's insane.
Oh man,
like
everybody on Everest was once a highly motivated person, and I don't ever want to be that motivated about shit.
Oh my lord!
I don't need to climb a mountain.
That's some insanity, right? Yeah, that's just for me. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm good. Oh, nice. Are you still hungry?
Yes.
What do you want?
I don't know. No.
Why don't you take a look? There's also some bananas. Man, so how are you, Kelly? How's your day? How's your, what is it today? Tuesday? How's Tuesday going for you?
Dad,
Mm-hmm.
can I have one of the sausages?
Yeah, take 2. Yo, the amount of information that from Everest is just insane. I mean, man, nuts. Like, I just, personally, it's like free diving, you know what I'm saying? Without, like, and doing it by yourself. It's just insane to me. You know? Aw. Hoping for puppies. Oh.
Maybe there will be puppies.
Maybe there'll be puppies. With their little faces. I love puppies, man. Actually, I like all baby things. I just saw, what was it? Like, I was on some weird part of YouTube yesterday. Where they, because I've never really, like, seen, like, reindeer, like, up close. And, Shih Tzus. Yeah, I've never seen a reindeer up close, but I saw a baby reindeer, and I was like, oh my god. And they have, like, this wide, cute face thing going for them. I was like, god damn, these are... They're huggable. You know what I mean? Yo, but baby Shih Tzus are hilarious. The idea of, like, a baby Shih Tzu, to me, is awesome. Alright, actually, I'm going to go just hit it with some salt right quick here. Alright, so yeah, today we're just going to be doing a little bit of pork belly. Just because we were able to... You want a mini cow? Oh, yo. Yeah, definitely. Because I was, like, on this whole tangent about, like, how... what was it? A couple of years, they were like, yeah, we're going to try to make, like, a woolly mammoth. Like, but splice it with a modern elephant, right? I was like, yo, if they can miniature size a woolly mammoth and, like, make a mini woolly mammoth, I would own one of those in a heartbeat, 100%. Because you can be like, hey, I got, like, this shaggy fucking half elephant thing just rolling around. I think that would be so fucking fire. Oh, man. All right, so I'm just going to just move that there, and I have to post this thing. Pin that. Wow. Right on. Hey, Jess, man, thank you so much. You're amazing as well. Thank you so much for rolling through, man. I appreciate you. How was your day? If you're still here, how was your day? I hope it's going good. I hope the Tuesday's not too bad. Because I know for a fact that, like, today sucked. It was not, like, the worst day. It was just rainy, windy, not necessarily cold, but it was just wet. Super wet. But I guess we just do need that here in Calgary and Alberta. You feel me? Because, like, man, we need some crops. Okay, so I guess I have the water going in the back with a little bit of salt. I'm going to be doing that for the mashed potatoes. I'm just going to do some simple... what do you call it? Just some simple ass mash right here. Yes, on the counter. That's the last one. Okay, so I'm just going to cut the ends off. And this, of course, makes it easier to peel your potatoes down. Oh. Okay. Yeah, so the reason I cut the ends off is that when you take your Y peeler, right, you can just run it down in one go. It just makes everything super easy. So you're not having to actually go, like, all the way around the potato, right? You can keep it really consistent, especially if you're going to just slice your potatoes thinly, or you're going to use it for any other, other method, anything like that. Boom, boom. Okay, it's done. All right. Peel these shits off right now. Okay. How many people we got in here? So, what's everyone else having for dinner tonight? Lambo, what is good, dude? It's going to be glazed with. I'm thinking of something like a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of sugar or like coconut sugar. I'm probably going to hit it with a little bit of like the Aunt Jemima's butter syrup, just because the glucose content really creates a really nice glaze. Yeah, a little bit of Asian spice in there, and I think that should be pretty much it. Just really keep it nice and simple, so when I slice it, boom, it'll sit really, really nicely on. Nice. You made tacos? What kind of tacos? That's awesome. I love tacos, man, especially on a Tuesday. Okay. Some of that Asian flavor. Yeah, dude. Yeah, because again, what I really love with pork belly is things like Asian 5-spice. But I'm going to keep it really subtle for today's pork belly, just because I do want it to match the mashed potatoes, which are going to be mostly just like garlic. And I'm also going to use up some of this herb cream cheese that I got left over, which I think was really, really nice. All right, so yeah, going to keep it nice, easy today. Nothing too crazy. And then for dessert, I'm not really sure. We have a lot of extra leftover stuff, so I wasn't really thinking about making a dessert, I don't think, today. Okay, I'm going to just go ahead and start chopping it, throw it into the water as it goes. Ground beef tacos? Hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. I love making tacos, but when you do your tacos, it's the thing I started doing was that you go get like those taco packs. They're like the half soft, half hard, right? And then what you do is you go, you get your ground beef, lettuce, tomato, your onions, and a small can of the refried beans. And so what I love to do is I like taking the beans, just open up the can, smear it onto the soft taco, throw it in the oven for a couple seconds. Like, you're obviously going to toast your taco shells, but throw the soft tacos with the ground beef on top of it. Jim, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you, man. Welcome. Yeah, you're going to take your soft tacos, shoot them in just until the soft taco is nice and warmed, right? Take your crisp taco, open it up on top of it, and then build your taco on that. And basically you have a chalupa, right? Hit it with some hot sauce or a little bit of your hot spicy salsa, all that good stuff. Sage, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate you. Welcome. You want tacos now? Hey, man, it's Tuesday, baby. You know what I'm saying? Might as well get your taco on today. Man, I actually haven't done a Taco Tuesday ever. I should actually do one. Do some nice Iberico tacos. That'd be fire. Or Iberia taco, not Iberico. What am I talking about here?
Oh, I eat it myself, damn it.
Okay, so I'm just going to finish cubing these guys up, let them boil, and then I will get onto my pork. So I can get that slowly just kind of braising out in the oven. It's your day off? Hey, right on, dude. Yeah. What kind of food do you cook, Sage? What are you into? Okay, let that do its thing for a little bit. If you also want to boost up your flavor a little bit when you're doing mashed potatoes, I'm just going to hit just a little bit of powdered chicken stock and seasoning salt. Okay, and what that's going to do is it's just going to act like more of your salt brine when you're simmering it up. So when you drain it, it'll already kind of impart a lot of that sodium into your mashed potatoes. So balancing it at the end makes it much easier. You're working on your red seal? Congrats, dude. Right on, right on. What year of culinary school are you in? Mastering sauces? Nice. Nice. Yeah, once you get onto sauces, man, everything's a piece of cake afterwards, right? Because all your mother sauces literally do kind of a mixture of everything. The one thing I would recommend, though, is make sure that you learn fully the differences between, like, you know what mirepoix is, but mirepoix essentially exists worldwide, and it's just a different name for it. So, I mean, you have your mirepoix, you have your Trinity, and there's millions, or not a million, there's like 50 different variations of that. To go with all your sauces. So once you also remember how to make your 5 mother sauces, and with the firm understanding that mirepoix and Trinity exist in literally every culture, you can make every sauce. Every sauce is unlocked, so you can just achieve the higher potential, dude. I love it. Yeah, because learning sauces, I didn't go to school, but like learning sauces, especially at a French restaurant, was pinnacle. To me especially, when you're doing like things at home, or you're doing things like catering, it's easier to freehand kind of sauces on the fly, and it's easier to come up with your ideas. And then I decided the time to become a saucier. Right on, dude. Yeah, dude. One of my favorite guys when I was I guess growing up as a young fledgling cook was this guy, oh man, Raymond. I want to say he's like a older dude, mad gray mustache. He had some of the best sauces, but not just savory sauces. He came up with some of the nicest sauces for desserts, hands down, right, I've ever had. And even to this day, it's things that his ideas are things that I practice now, and that's a core to everything you're gonna learn as a chef, man. Right on, right on. The other thing I would recommend is that if you are in culinary school now, be sure to be open to do stages as much as possible. But I also recommend that if you're going to do a stage, don't do it in the country that you live in. Do it somewhere else. One of the most eye-opening things that I've ever done. And Wendy Berg, what is good, dude? Welcome. It's good to see you. How am I going to cook the pork belly? So essentially what I'm going to do with the pork belly right now is I'm going to give it a quick sear in the pan. Right? So I'm going to hit it with... put it in the thing, hit it with some oil, season it up with my my relative spices. So it's going to be really, really simple. Salt, white pepper, Asian 5 spice. Yeah, and that's pretty much going to be like the basis of it. And then I'm going to just get a nice char on them. Then I'm going to hit it with some water, a little bit of chicken stock. Get that up to a light simmer. Actually, speaking of that, I'm going to get my oven going. Get it up to a light simmer. Then I'm going to add a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of honey, a little bit of Aunt Jemima's butter maple syrup or butter syrup. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then I'm just going to let that just braise slowly. All right, so it'll give you this really, really tender overall pork belly texture, right? It's going to be nice and super soft, but at the same time, then it'll be kind of braised out with all those really nice savory spices in it, right? I'm going to let them rest, and then I might consider, because in the pan I'm going to let that just kind of reduce, but I think I might even take out another pan and give it a quick fry just to create a really nice crisp texture on the outside, just to continue that nice overall. Okay, so... Oh, thank you so much for the heart, me. I appreciate you. Wendy Berg, man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to get my pan just lightly heating. And again, what's awesome is like I got all this, I think it's like a little bit over a pound of pork belly. This was only $7. So right now, especially here in Alberta or in Calgary, depending on where you go, we went to the Asian market. And they were selling pork at a really, really reasonable price, bro. 604 G-Man, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate you. Okay, so what I'm going to do here first is I'm going to just I'm going to slice up my pork belly just in half, right? So I can get it to fit in the pan just a little bit better. Right, so then I'm just going to slice them, give them a quick cross hatching on the thicker parts, and yeah, that's pretty much going to be the gist of it.
Someone cooking ribs.
Oh, what? Who's cooking ribs out here? You live in Alberta? That means you're going to Nate or are you going to Sate? Christian, right on, dude. What kind of ribs? You doing the beef or you doing pork today? Because believe me, oh yeah, dude, I love a good pork rib. God damn. Oh, it's a community college. Right on, dude. 3 Slayer songs right now. Hell Awaits, Dead Skin Mask, Angel of Death, Seasons in the Abyss, Bloodline, Disciple. Yup. My man. You did ribs for dinner as well with fries and salad? Dude, that is awesome. Oh my lord, yeah. Yeah, what'd you glaze your ribs with? Or what are you guys going to be glazing your ribs with? What are you saying? Because me, I love a good smoky barbecue sauce. Yo, hey, is it Val? Is that it? Val or...
Maybe?
Yo, Val or Dal. Yo, what's funny about this thing right here? This shirt I've had since 1997. Slayer, with Hatebreed opening, was my very first concert that I ever went to. I got kicked in the head that day, and I still was in the fucking... I was still in the pit. So this thing right here, true vintage. You can't even get it no more. Salad was lettuce, peppers, onions, carrot, apple. Oh, yeah, dude. They made clothes better back then, dude. This thing is durable as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You know how many pits I've been into with this fucking hoodie? Yo, pizza and cheese sticks. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, dude. Yo, and Andrew, what kind of cheese did you put into your salad, dude? I love me a goat's cheese. In the roaster, in the oven, just a barbecue sauce mixed with honey and a hit of spices. Yo, my man. Yeah, dude. Oh, my lord, yes. I love that kind of stuff. Old cheddar? Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Because I love me like a nice goat cheese, or you can get a Stilton, something with a little bit of like berries or something to kind of offset that flavor. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead. I got some used oil. I'm just going to use that up a little bit. Okay, just enough oil to be able to sear the pork bellies. Pepperoni, extra cheese, and bacon. Oh my lord, yes. Yeah, because one of my favorite pizzas, any recipes for pork chops? Yo, fried pork chops, man. But Asian style fried pork chops. If you look up, I guess, Asian pork chop, so it'll have the, what do you call it? Pepper salt, white pepper, Asian 5-spice, garlic powder, and then the breading itself is a mixture of... Hey, 604, hey, man, thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. And Rang, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Appreciate you guys for being here. Yeah, and then the dredge is going to be cornstarch or potato starch, a little hit of flour, salt, white pepper. Yeah, some I guess just either a little bit of water, a little bit of oil, and some egg whites, right? Whip that shit together. Add a little bit of water to make it really like almost like a pancake / crepe consistency, right? Thinly dredge your pork chop in it. Put it into a fry. Let that thing fry off till it's at least medium well. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Let it rest. It should cook all the way up. You're going to season that motherfucker with some some sesame oil, a little bit of squeeze of lemon, some green onions. Yeah.
As is tradition.
As is tradition. Yeah, I love me a good hit of green onions, especially when it comes to like Asian style foods, right? Thai, Chinese, anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead in with the pork belly. Okay, I'm going to reserve the other 3 pieces because I think I'm going to try to make my own bacon with it. I'll take the heat, but favorite pizza is meat lovers, double meat, extra cheese. Add pineapple though, and well done. Yeah. I'm not huge into pineapple. I'll still eat it because I think that sweetness will really help cut through all that fat. I think that's awesome. Do I think humans eating their parents soon, or can we put it off for a while? Absolutely, we're going to put it off for a while. We haven't hit that point where we're doing Soylent Green. Not just yet, though. Is pork belly the same cut as bacon? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Actually, because if you buy the actual pork belly whole, you'll actually notice it to be more like this. It'll be a big slab, right? Boom, like that. And then you're going to cut thin slices on a slicer to get these really good rivets of your bacon shards. Leisha, oh my goodness, thank you so much for the heart me. Good to see you. How's your a Tuesday going? What if your parents already... man, I don't know. That's up to you, but you know what I'm saying? If you want if you want a parental flavor though, you could go with a nice... Man, what was that meat that tastes almost like human?
I thought it was pork.
Yeah, it's like pretty much, it is pork, but you're going to use like a tougher piece of pork, right? Because unfortunately on humans, there is no like soft piece. Unless it's rump roast, but I doubt it. Where am I from? Calgary, Alberta, my friend. How are you? All right, yeah. You're gonna get a nice good sear on these. Where my tongs at? Hey. Yeah, we'll wait a couple more minutes, get that nicely colored. How are you? Almost. Just gonna get that nice, good, firm color on it.
How was your day? From
Andrew, my day has been going really well. Was pretty busy in the office, I guess. In my office, I'm doing a mixture of like revamping my resume and doing a little bit of video editing, doing some recording today. So overall, very productive. How was yours? Hope today wasn't too stressful for anybody. You know what I mean? Hopefully it was nice and light. Easy middle part of the week for everybody.
Michelle wants to know how the weather is.
The weather? How's the weather? Trash. I mean, it's good. It's good rain, but it's trash. But you know what? We need weather here big time. Sasquatch, thank you so much for the follow, dude. And Rochelle, how are you? How is your Tuesday as well? Lucy, thank you so much for the follow as well. Abdul, what is good, man? It's great to see you, man. Welcome. Jesse, thank you so much for the ice cream cone. Goodness. I appreciate it. Gideon, hey, thank you so much for the follow, dude. Jesse, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome, guys. I appreciate it. Watching Manitoulin Island, Canada. Huh. Never heard of that.
Watching from top.
Oh, watching from. Oh, okay. Hey, right on. Hey, and Avery, what is good? Hey, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Yo, 604, man. I appreciate that. I try to, you know what I'm saying? Try to.
Gary Prairie Plowboy says you need a good cast iron.
I need a good cast iron? Yeah, I think that's the next thing. I was thinking about getting a, what do you call it? I was thinking more about getting like a proper wok.
Yeah, cowboy hat.
And a cowboy hat. Oh my gosh. Leisha, thank you so much. When is the food done? I just started cooking, so I'll probably be done in the next maybe 35, 40 minutes. Nice. There we go. Take on a little bit of that color. So at this point, I am starting to get a reasonable render on the pork fat as well. So I'm going to bring down the heat just a little bit, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit with. I got some garlic powder here. All right. So we're going to go start with a little bit of garlic powder. Boom.
My brother accidentally burnt oil the steak because he used the wrong kind of pan on high heat.
Boiled the steak. No. Oh no. Yeah, definitely. That's a case of using a cast iron. But at the same time, like maybe the pan itself also wasn't as hot as it could have been. Positively, troll. Oh my goodness. Great to see you, man. Thank you so much. Absolutely. I do believe in community, togetherness. You know what I'm saying? Again, in like the hardcore community, that's what we've always believed in. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta be blood to be family around here. Okay, so I'm gonna hit with a good amount of that Chinese 5 spice. I'm gonna go with some of this white pepper. You're flicking the screen.
I know, I'm just trying to hit the light.
Just so excited. One rise, we all absolutely, son. That's what I'm talking about. TCG, thank you so much for the follow. What's 5 spice? A Indy, let me find out for you. Then I'm also going to hit with just a touch of the Montreal. All right. So 5 spices that are in Chinese 5 spice is, in English, please. We got star anise. We have the fennel, cinnamon, Szechuan peppercorns, and cloves. All ground to a perfect medley. Ha ha. Andrew, absolutely, man. And what's in the water right now? I got some potatoes just boiling off right now, just trying to get to a nice softness. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to turn those into some nice mashed potatoes. Nothing too crazy. They're almost there, right? Because I really want a nice smooth mashed potato today. Nothing too crazy and lumpy. But I am going to be doing this by hand. So, and Short Stuff, thank you so much for sharing this live, man. I appreciate you. All right, so I got this going. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give this pan just a little hit of water. Just going to make sure this is all off the bottom. There we go.
You have a very nice, welcoming vibe.
Oh, I appreciate me, and thank you. Yeah, I always try to, man. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of part of part of what it is. You know what I'm saying? Make sure everyone's welcome, but at the same time, I always say, man, you know, longtime friends will always become longtime family. Short Stuff, thank you so much for the follow, and Morley, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Taco meat inside mac and cheese casserole, yes! Oh, dude. Yo, hey, you know what's an awesome tip for that? Is you can do taco style mac and cheese where like you hit it with do you think billionaires are tasty? Absolutely not. They're probably hardcore gross on the inside. But we do your mac and cheese like a taco. So you do mac and cheese with the taco meat. Yo, hit it with some lettuce, tomato, you know what I'm saying? And a little bit of salsa on top or taco sauce. Boom. Amazing. And crush up a little bit of tacos for the crunch. Rory, what is good, dude? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, man, I love like a dank taco. Or like, because remember we did, a little while ago, we did that chili mac, right? But it's all about what the stuff you're putting on top of it. You know what I mean? Lincoln, what we're making tonight is I'm going to be doing some really simple glazed pork belly that I got searing right now, right? There's a little bit of just salt, pepper, Chinese 5 spice, a little bit of garlic powder. Right, I'm just going to hit it with just a little bit of salt. Boom. And now I'm just going to hit that with a little bit of water. Just to help the braise. There we go. Nothing too crazy. Right? You don't want to drown them, but you do want to make sure that when you braise them out, they'll be nice and consistent. Then I'm going to hit with just a little bit of chicken stock. Okay? Just dissolved in it. And I'm just going to go ahead and bring the water back up to just a light simmer. All right, so that, chicken stock, and all the spices. Boom. Then, what I'm going to add in, I know this is controversial for a lot of people, but I'm just going to come out with it. I'm going ahead and add in some of that Aunt Jemima's butter syrup. The reason being is because this is a really, it's not like their pancake syrup where it's just straight sugar. This has like a creamy element to it, like in terms of flavor, but the glucose is what's going to help create this really nice, really quick fire kind of glaze that we're going to put on top of the, or have the pork cooked into, because the pork will also leach out a lot of that nice juice into the sauce, which I think is amazing. Okay, so that's going. I'm gonna turn this just down so that it can ride for a little bit. And just as an additional amount of sweetness, I'm just gonna add a little bit of honey. Okay. Again, nothing too crazy. You don't want to make it like the sweetest thing on the planet. But it should have some flavor, right? Lynn, what is good, dude? Yeah, the rich oftentimes, like, they look like they take care of themselves, but they're just darkness on the inside. Bird steak. Solid menu. Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, because like even for the crispy veg, it's going to be more like a slaw or like an Asian style slaw, where it's just going to be just thinly sliced, mix in a bowl, a little bit of that. I think I have some Asian, like some Japanese type dressing, and I think that'll be amazing. You had this yesterday, but with rice? Oh, man, yeah. Yeah, today I was just kind of hankering for a little bit of mashed potatoes. Rice did come up, though, in my head. I'm like, God, that would be amazing on rice. But today I thought we should try to use up the potatoes that we got. But that must have been awesome. What did you guys have for the glaze? Like, what was it? Like a sweet? Was it savory? Okay, so I got that onto a nice mild simmer. Just going to go ahead and shoot this into the oven for at least the next 30 minutes. I have the oven sitting at 400. Just let it go. Okay. So what we're going to do right now. Yo, is this one of those situations? All right, never mind. Here we go. For a second there, I thought I lost my knife again on live. Now I just look like a jackass. All right. So it was a sweet glaze. Next time we'll try. Oh, yeah, definitely. Try. What I really enjoy is you do a sweet and smoky glaze. Those things are amazing. Made Vietnamese caramelized pork ribs for dinner. Yeah, dude. Right on. DK, hey, I appreciate you, man. God loves you as well, dude. QP roasted sesame dressing. That is what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. What's better than a Damascus steel knife, to be honest with you? Not many things. I really enjoy, as long as the Damascus steel is treated, I mean, you really can't beat that. But there is these wicked, like, Shun, as well as, like, I think Shuntoku and a couple other really good, reputable Japanese brands have this really kick-ass thin but cured black steel knife that I can't get over because, like, again, the reason I love Shuns is because, like a lot of Japanese knives, they have this really great right-handed or left-handed handle, made of wood, super well preserved. But I really love the idea of like that black steel. It just looks great. From what I can see, it just, again, you can tune it up, sharpen it any way that you want. It holds its blade. It's just one of those high quality types of knives that you really can't complain with. But a Damascus steel one, it's really well crafted, right? Overall. You personally love a sweet and spicy. Oh, yeah. Like a sweet and like a bit of that nice kick of like chili or something to finish it at the end is just gorgeous. Why not do a restaurant from home? I don't know, man. Like, again, I rent. So, like, my house isn't really the most, like, able to be, like, food certified. I would, though. If I could, though. Believe me, because I would love to be able to do full-time catering out of this place. What's for dinner? You have the same stove? Yo, I feel this is like the Landlord 3000 right here. You know what I'm saying? But like what we're doing for dinner tonight is I got some nice glazed pork belly. Pork bellies have been seared. A little bit of that nice, a little bit of stock, a little bit of Aunt Jemima's butter syrup, and as well as a little bit of honey gone in, right? Shot it into the oven, sitting at 400. It's going to be braising out in the oven for the next about 35 minutes, 30 minutes. And then I'm going to be doing some mashed potatoes, which I have on the back here. I'm actually going to go ahead and kill the heat. I think we are almost there. Yeah, we're pretty much there. So I'm going to go ahead and let these just cool down just for a quick second before I drain them. I am going to hold on to a little bit of that liquid just so that when I do give it a mash, it becomes really, really smooth, right? Yeah, and I'm going to use some nice julienne crispy veg just to kind of just drape over top of the mashed potatoes with the pork belly. Boom, right? Finish it with a little bit of extra dressing. It'll be a gorgeous thing. Oh, absolutely. I mean, keeping in mind, I do like I always do try to invite people over. We always cook because a lot of my friends are all chefs or ex-chefs. Britt, thank you so much for the heart me. I appreciate you. I mean, believe me, we cook often, as often as we can. The only issue right now is that like a lot of our homies, or a lot of my homies, we're all parents now, so you know, I mean, we're just trying to do right with the fam, you know, do that thing. But when we do, yeah, and coordinating schedules is a bit tricky at this moment in our lives. Jan, what is good, dude? It's going good, man. How's your guys' shoot day going? Or this might be the different Jan. My apologies.
No, that's probably Jan.
Yeah? Make something with that banana for dessert. I had made banana spring rolls the other day, and I still have leftovers of it. You know what? I could figure out something on the fly, but I was just thinking, like, we have the leftovers. We also have some of those leftover lemon and blueberry tarts. Yeah, I'll have to consider something in the next couple seconds. Caitlin, what is good, dude? And Britt, thank you so much for the roses. Oh, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much. Going hard on them. Damn. Thank you so much.
Who asked you about bananas? I didn't see that comment.
Rochelle.
Oh, maybe I'm just blind.
Yeah, she was asking about bananas. So I'll figure out... Great cuddle weather with no one to cuddle with. Hey, man. There's lots of people out there. You know what I mean? Oh, yeah. The mash. Hey, Caitlin, don't worry. The mash itself will be... Hey, Sasquatch, you have a great rest of your evening, dude. Thank you so much for rolling by. I appreciate you, and hopefully I'll see you in the next live. So again, we're on Thursday, 5 p.m. Mountain Time, and then Sunday, 3:30, 4 o'clock Mountain Time as well. All right? So you have a good rest of your night. Cook well, cook hearty, my friend. Jeff, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, definitely. I'll see you soon, homie. Yeah, everyone, definitely. Definitely everyone has their own way. I'm going to do mine pretty much like pretty rustic as is in terms of a mashed potato. But like, again, I started this mashed potato with a little bit of salt, a little bit of chicken stock, stock powder, water. Pretty simple overall. So I'm just going to let this cool down and before I mash it, because again, I'm going to kind of mash everything in a bowl. Right? And then I'm going to add my milk and a little bit of the extra seasonings and flavorings into here before I add the mashed potatoes back in.
Online Biz Mama loves your vibe.
Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate you. The Online Biz Mama, hey, thank you so much for rolling through. I appreciate you for being here. Caitlin, thank you so much for the roses, man. Thank you. Favorite Slayer song? Oh, man.
That's twice in one live.
Yo, favorite Slayer song... Okay, favorite Slayer song when I was growing up was the first Slayer song I learned how to play on guitar, which was Angel of Death. But I would say nowadays, like I'm super, oh man. Because I loved like Seasons of the Abyss or like Dead Skin Mask, because those are really iconic riffs. But I think for now, I'm going to say Disciple, because it's just like the just the actual like galloping riff to me is like massively significant. Jan's gonna go to fucking find a grizzly bear and bam, my guy. Oh my goodness. Leisha, thank you so much for the fire and the cloud bread and the GG, man. And the tiny Caitlin, thank you so much. And the ice cream cone.
Everybody give
Yo, you're going hard. Damn. Short stuff, thank you so much for the roses. Leisha, thank you so much for the TikTok and the popcorn and the ice creams. Man, thank you so much. And the applause. I appreciate you so much for that. Yo, she hit me with that ginger, man.
I love the gingerbread.
Oh my god. And the snowboard. Oh man, you're too kind. Thank you so much. And Caitlin, thank you so much for the tiny diny. Appreciate you guys so much for that. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and grab a little bit of veg, and we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna slice that thing up, get that going here. And short stuffs. Thank you again for the roses. I appreciate you. All right, so I'm gonna do this, Oh yeah, I'm gonna throw in some of this. Yo, hey, I've been like super onto these. Look at this avocado. It's like a Caribbean or a tropical avocado. Damn, this thing is huge. And they're roughly like $1 more than like a regular avocado.
Jen's gonna go cook some adobo.
You're gonna cook some chicken adobo? Hey, right on, dude. You have a great night as well. Thank you so much for pulling through. I appreciate you, man. Yo, eat well, brother. And the online biz mama, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you as well for being here. Welcome to the community. You're gonna love it here. Again, as you can see, like the people in here and in the community are always awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like huge, awesome personalities. It's amazing. What am I missing here? I need a red onion. All right, this guy. Oh, you know what? Let's go ahead. Let's toss some of this in there because we can definitely make that work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, first and foremost, I'm just going to go ahead and chop up. I have like a bunch of like older green onion that I got to use up. So let's go ahead and do that. Josh, where am I from? From Calgary, Alberta, my friend. Hey, Caitlin, thank you again for all the roses. I appreciate it. You had homemade pancit? My grandbaby's... Oh, that's awesome. Yo, lots of Filipinos, eh? Yeah, dude. That's a staple. Like, you know how it is. That's as much of a staple as, like, if we're having a picnic, we'll probably bring pancit, and then we'll probably bring, like, a small bucket of Jollibees with us. You know what I mean? You're in Belleville, Ontario. Hey. Right on, dude. Josh, thank you so much for the follow. MJ, what is good? How are ya? Welcome. Oh, another person from Newfoundland. Hey, right on, dude. Welcome, Jamie. How are you? How's your Tuesday going? And Ben and Jamie, thank you guys so much for the follow. I appreciate you guys for being here, man. Welcome to the community. You're going to love it here. Like I always say, the people here are just awesome. You feel me? Like, man. Liam, thank you so much for the follow as well. Welcome. Yeah, man, I'm lucky. I got like a bunch of people from like all over the place, right? All over Canada. It's awesome. And on top of that, y'all give me some crazy good ideas for different stuff, which is just, to me, it's amazing. You know what I mean? Definitely helps me maintain like inspiration and continue being inspired, right? So that's, yeah, I can't thank that enough.
Oh, Alicia's got a cute comment.
Aw, thanks, Leisha. I appreciate you, man. But again, you wouldn't be here if you weren't a good person, right? So, man, I appreciate that. Everyone here is just dope. Let's see here. Yo, MJ eating cereal? Yo, what kind of cereal? Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Because that shit is fire. Kate Breton over there. Hey, life is grandparents. Right on, dude. Watching from Montreal. Raul, yo, hey, for real, I don't think TikTok is getting banned. If it does get banned, it's getting banned in the US and the US only for now. Because there hasn't been any indication of that in Canada. But I mean, you know, things could change. Liv from British Columbia, welcome. Short stuff, you're from Thunder Bay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, Josh, definitely. Yeah, we just try to have the best vibes that we can around here, right? Good food, good people, dude. Yo, you seen the desserts? Hey, I try. You know what I'm saying? I always try. Some days I'm not making dessert. Like today, since we have leftovers, I don't know. I was thinking about not making a dessert, but I might. Yo, Natalie, again from the East Coast, right on. Yeah, MJ's in Halifax. Careful with the knife. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you for looking out. I am supervised, though. Knockoff Fruity Loops. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I love that. Where am I from? Calgary, Alberta. Joseph, absolutely. We are definitely trying our best to stay dry. I mean, even with how like rainy and windy it is today. Yo, I appreciate you saying that, man. You know what's funny is that I actually auditioned for Dante Basco and for a role as one of the Lost Boys in Hook a couple of years ago. But I appreciate that. Like, man, that guy was my hero growing up. User 172857, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate you for being here.
You've got a question. If TikTok gets banned, would you go to Instagram?
If TikTok gets banned, to be honest with you, I'm already on Instagram. I don't find it as easy to do lives on there. So what I might end up doing is probably just going directly to Twitch. Just so you can all get access at least at a better level. Because I think Instagram, you do have to follow and all that extra stuff, but it's really hard to attract newer viewers, you know what I mean? Joseph, yeah, the rain is crazy there too, eh? Top Shot, what is good, dude? Welcome back, welcome in.
MJ Ross says they're going to follow you. Hello, chef.
Hey, MJ, what is good? How are you today? You gonna follow? Hey, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, so for this, I'm just gonna go ahead, slice up a little bit of red onion. I'm gonna be doing some peppers. I'll have some leftover cabbage, all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna like do some nice thin slices that I can then drape over top of the pork and mashed potatoes, right? So nothing too crazy, right? Nothing crazy serious over here. I just want to do something nice, a little bit fresh. And then I'm probably going to dress this with, I do have some of that Japanese type sesame dressing. So I do want to encourage a little bit more of that. So it's going to be like more like a home style, down home meal, but with like a lot of Asian flavors.
What kind of texture is the pork belly?
The texture of the pork belly. Let's take a look actually. Because right now I've had it braising so far for about 18 minutes. You don't know if you have Twitch there? You can probably find it as an app, or you can definitely just watch it live off of your internet browser if you do want to watch anything on Twitch. MJ, tomorrow's going to be 17 degrees and sunny, but Thursday is 7 degrees and rain. Oh, no. God damn. Caitlin, thank you so much for the roses as well. I appreciate you, man. Yo, MJ, your food business is doing great. That's great to hear, man. That's awesome. Yo, and Dorian, the knives that I use specifically right now is Shun knives. I guess the logo is kind of worn off because this is like an old ass knife. But yeah, Shun blade knives are like hands down some of my favorite brand. They are pretty mass produced, all that good stuff. But at the same time, they're such a high quality knife for the price, right? You can either go higher or lower than that. But I do prefer a nice Japanese knife. And Rochelle, thank you so much. Yeah, dinner's going to be pretty good. Sunday for Mother's Day, we're actually going to go over to my Shannon's mom's house. We're going to have some snacks in the afternoon, do that good stuff, have some tea. Yo, today was 20 degrees and sunny. Oh, what? Is it John Igiu or Joan Giu? 8QQ. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Sorry if I butchered your name. Yeah, sometimes these names really just like throw me through a loop. And Joseph, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate you for being here. Yeah, little BB's little birthday. It's going to be awesome. You bought 39 Rose toys off Wish. Man, I don't know about that. I haven't actually bought from Wish in like a minute. Because, like, you know what I mean? If you buy something off them, you'll see it in like 8.5 months. Jill Xander, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate you. Let's take a good look at the pork. Oh, yeah. Nice. So it's been braising for a little bit. Check that out. Right? That nice sauce is coming together. Give that a quick taste. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because again, when I'm going to be serving these, I'm going to be cutting them thin and then draping them down the line on the mashed potatoes and then finishing it with that salad. So this will be real nice. I'm actually going to go ahead and give these a quick turn, right? Just so that the other side can get braised out as well. The fat itself is starting to melt, so that's good. So we're looking at approximately, I'd say, another 10, 20 minutes on these, and they should be pretty good to go. Right, so I can drain them out, and then I'm probably going to give them another quick fry just to kind of crisp out the extra fat on the outside. You have that pan, you have the Gotham set or whatever. These things are actually pretty fire for the price. Your little guy's turning 1 on July 1st. Oh my lord, that's going to be a celebration, dude.
Oh, I got some lag there.
It's 13 degrees there, but cloudy. Hey man, as long as it's warm. I mean, we're hitting just rain and clouds, so as long as it's nice out, hey, can't complain with no sun. You can only put the pans that aren't like plastic treated or have like the plastic handles or anything like that. If it's like a full steel pan, even if they're non-stick, you could definitely throw them into the oven. Just remember that if they are in the oven, use a good thick cloth, right? Make sure it's folded and not wet, or use an oven mitt when dealing with it, right? Like the chef's secret is just to fold the cloth 4 times, and that's pretty much good to go. As long as it's also not wet. They're calling for rain, damn. But you know what though? That's still a blessing because man, we definitely throughout Canada we need rain. Like groceries, like vegetable grocery prices shouldn't be as high as they are. You know what I mean? Yeah, don't burn your finger. And believe me, I've burnt like the entirety of both my hands on so many different occasions that like. You get used to it, but man, you know what I mean, once you burn it, you're like, now it's just an annoyance. All right, so I got some green onions in this thing. Boom, right? Some red onions. Then I'm going to move on to, let's go ahead and let's get some of this pepper out. All right, the pepper I love because you don't have to use a lot of it. Again, it's just more like a cold slaw or a cold salad that's going to go on top. What I'm really looking for is just that these are thinly sliced and what do you call it? So that it adds that element of sweetness and crispiness to the actual slaw itself. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and clean off the pith just a little bit, just so I get more of the flesh without the whites, so that when you julienne it, it comes out nice and clean, right? Right, so then that's what it looks like when it's nice and flat. So when you do decide to cut it nice and thin, it makes it much easier. Okay, these end pieces, I'm just going to go ahead and slice out as well once I'm done julienning the pepper. Okay, so what you do with this is that you just go ahead, just give it a couple slices. Right, these will be like the chunkier parts of the slaw. Nothing too serious. Yo, Rochelle, me too, man. I love, again, if it wasn't for like the Food Network in like the early 90s, like I wouldn't love cooking as much as I love it now. You know what I mean? You got a splash burn on your foot? Oh no.
Yeah, it was from oil, and I said you had a sugar burn on your arm.
Yeah, I do. I was making a sugar castle. Like a sugar house, like last 2 years ago, something like that. Yeah, and it went all the way around. So what happened is I was like trying to get like the entire formation to like stand, and like remember this is in the summertime, so the kitchen itself was so hot that the top would like had the spire on it. It was like boom, just hot dicks, just like melted right onto my skin. I had to pull it off, pulled a bunch of skin off, but it happens. You know what I mean? We live, we learn. Jimmy Chi, you know it, son. Bam. Yo. Also, Emerald Lagasse is the reason I say that. And goddamn, like that guy had it down, man. The Creole powder, man, everything about his like style, frozen Oreos, like man, I loved all that. So I got my julienne peppers in. I'm just gonna chop up this so I'm not wasting it. Okay. And the rest of the vegetables, I'm actually going to end up using for like a sauce or something in the future. Right, I'm just gonna break up this onion just a little bit, just so you don't just get these.
The guy who used to cook on the CBC in his house.
Oh, you mean the urban peasant, the older dude, right? We fucking take carrots and we put butter and everything. Or, yeah, he cooked in his house. Yeah, that was most likely the urban peasant. Or. Alternatively, it might have also been Bob Bloomer, which again was a huge inspiration for me going into culinary, but also my major focus was like molecular gastronomy when I was much younger. And Bob Bloomer really helped with, I guess, kind of opening my eyes to different types of plating and plays on different types of foods. So I give a lot of those guys a lot of credit. Because again, the Urban Peasant was also like legendary in his own right, because when you think about like really home style, hardcore, down home, too much butter, too much honey, all that good stuff. Yo, Urban Peasant, but remember, Urban Peasant was on all the time. Morning, afternoon, night. You can always guarantee you're going to go home. You're going to see that guy walk into his house with a thing of groceries, right? And some like carrots he pulled out of the ground, and he's going to cook something gnarly, right? He never took himself too seriously. He was always in a great mood. He was also a great teacher, in my opinion. Yeah, that was like, to me, that was the precursor of really, truly enjoying food content. Especially things like Food Network, you know what I mean? Especially and here in Canada. Catherine, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah. I remember watching, it was the Urban Peasant, and then after that, it was Urban Peasant, and then afterwards, it would be like, Martin Yan or Peter Yan from Yan Can Cook. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and then Price is Right with the original Bob Barker. Hell yeah, dude. And to be honest with you, I'm so old that I remember also being at home and then it would just be like Jerry Springer and like Maury. Just the trashiest TV shows in the afternoon, dude. And Jimmy Chi, thank you so much for the follow, dude. I appreciate you. Welcome. Yeah, man, I loved again, like when it came to like Food Network television or like food content, like the original early food content, man. I was hooked, dude. So hooked. Lynn, yo, you know it, dude. Too hot for TV type stuff, man. I was like, yo, how is this on? How is this okay to be on at like 1 p.m. and shit? Jerry Springer. Yo, Maury was also hilarious to me because it's like, I was like, I can't believe problems like that actually exist, right? I didn't know if it was real, if it was fake. I was just too young. You are not the father. Rory.
Paranormal Ghost episodes? Yeah.
Oh, man. Urban Peasant made me love cooking, and Mr. Dressup made me love art. Oh, my God, yes. Yo, you're 36, I'm 38, so you get it. Like, you get what's going on here. I love that. John Santos. Come on, Rory. This guy. Oh, you are not the father. I love that shit. Throw some chairs, right? And just start weaving through people, like just pushing them out of the way. Paranormal Ghost Stories, Maury episodes. Yo, I know, those were wild. Just like what was it? Like all the paranormal shit that was on A&E or like TLC. They had like the gnarliest, weirdest stuff. Fellow 80s baby. Yeah, you know. Watch Arthur, then Maury. That segue is crazy. That is nuts. The Urban Peasant was in 1993 by James Barber, Vancouver, British. Yes. Oh my God. That brings me back though. Because I remember, again, that was like back in the early days, like it was on CBC. So even if you didn't have cable, you can still watch it. Yeah, just amazing food content. Uncle Phil. Are you calling me Uncle Phil? Yo, I call another homie.
What was the guy's name? Phil. Who was a VJ on YTV.
Oh, Uncle Phil. VJ Phil or DJ Phil. Yeah, from YTV. I remember I just recently followed that guy's Instagram account. And they do a backflip, my lord.
Hit list.
Oh my lord, yeah. There's a pair of glow. Yo, that's so fire. YTV, man. Yo, because I remember I used to love things on YTV, like Beast Wars. Reboot was hands down one of my favorite shows growing up. Then when we all became teenagers, it was all about watching Buffy. You feel me? Yo, Walk with Yan. Yeah. Walk with Yan. Yan Can Cook and I think there's one other one with his dad. Iron Maiden, what is good, dude? How are you today? Good to see you, man. Nobody talking about Breaker High? Yo, hey, ain't nobody want to talk about some, like, for some reason they had, like, these rich kids live on a goddamn cruise ship. Yo, Reboot was 100% on a different level. They had it, like, that format, as well as, like, what they were talking about, like, made people, like, truly understand computers in that day. 100%. Your new coloring book has that? That's awesome. Ryan Gosling on that show. Lynn, come on now. YTV's The Zone? Oh, yeah, dude. Or was it, there's also that one, what was it, like Hit 100, where you just, it was like Hit 100, where you watch a bunch of people play video games. Yo, Iron Maiden, I'm doing really well, man. Thank you so much for asking. Today was like rainy and kind of abysmal, but it was warm, awesome, you know what I mean? It was super productive, can't complain. Bridget, happy Tuesday to you as well. Great to see you. You have a coloring page with hexadecimal? Oh, man.
I got a coloring book that she like just rolled out for the art show last weekend.
Yo, we got to check that out.
I know, I looked at it. I want it.
Yo, okay. Yeah, hey, MJ, we might reach out to you the next time we get paid. Because, like, one of my favorite images in my head was a Bob and Megabyte, like trying to do, like, a guitar battle, which is hilarious to me. Because as a guitar player now, I'm like, I know exactly what those guitars are. I've owned them. Or, like, what they're based off of. Reboot, yeah, dude. And especially when they got to, like, the later seasons, like that zombie one that was, like, Evil Dead style. That was, like, one of my favorite episodes. Oh, man. Yo, $25, man, you're going to hear from us. You're going to definitely hear from us. Yo, as well as anybody in the chat, go check out MJ's, she's in the chat right now. Go check out her stuff, please. Right? Her art is bomb. It's fire. She has all sorts of crazy cool stuff. Some of it retro. A lot of the colors are just vibrant and awesome. Please do me a solid and check her site out. 100%. Radioactive was a good show. Oh, yeah. Learned the spider dance. Oh my God, I haven't thought about that in so long. Yeah, MJ, the Enzo's B-Day party. Yes. And like when everyone was starting to get their shit together and then like they rocked out and then Megabyte gave him his guitar and shit and just pieced out in the limo. Like that's so good. There we go. Yeah, it's pinned to the top, guys. We can check MJ's stuff out at Urban Manta Art. That's it. Please do. Yo, I know, man. Why, YTV, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark? Does anyone remember that? Like, that was one of my favorite things that freaked me out as a kid. Because then you go from, like, watching Are You Afraid of the Dark to then just watching X-Files, like 30 minutes later. You know what I mean?
No, I love me a good X-Files episode.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and don't get us started on X-Files, man. Like, me and Shannon have, like, an X-Files problem in this house. Yes, that's absolutely. I preferred Are You Afraid of the Dark, hands down, in comparison to Goosebumps. Goosebumps was good. It just didn't hit. It just didn't hit as good as, like, Are You Afraid of the Dark did, right? Because they also set it up with the kids sitting around the campfire, throw the shit on the thing, it explodes a little bit. You know what I mean? Nothing beats that, right? And we used to hang out with, like, all my friends as kids, and we used to do that same thing. Try to tell ghost stories over, like, a weird, small, ghetto-ass campfire, which is mostly just, like, a stove. Yeah. Are You Afraid of the Dark was definitely next level. You had the Sci-Fi Channel? Oh, interesting.
Well, because Wendy's in the U.S.
Oh, right. Yeah, Sci-Fi. Yeah, we inherited Sci-Fi eventually.
Well, yeah, because first came...
It was space. Yeah, it was space here, then Sci-Fi. That's right. MJ, this is your throwaway account? Ah, I see. Yeah, but we'll keep making sure that we fucking tag you in a bunch of the stuff that if your art ever comes up, all that good stuff, okay?
What's the glazed pork flavor?
The glazed pork is essentially it's a little bit of chicken stock. It's a little bit of Aunt Jemima's butter, pancake syrup, a little bit of honey. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then on the pork itself, it's Chinese 5-spice, white pepper. We got a little bit of it's Chinese 5-spice, white pepper, salt, and powdered garlic on that. So it's a really nice, sweet and savory. Yeah, nice sweet and savory type of flavor.
Oh my God, Fox Kids.
Yo, Fox Kids, that's hilarious. Yo, Jaxie, what's good, man? Hello to you as well. Digimon. Oh my God, yeah. Holy shit. Yo, man, that's some retro ass shit right there, dude. Crazy. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is I'm just gonna go ahead and let these porks just hang out on the plate just to rest real quick. And then I actually am going to reduce down this sauce, put it to the side for it to just help thicken up. And then I'm going to, in this pan, I'm just going to just add in a little bit extra oil. I'm going to give these pieces of pork just a quick fry. I think that's going to really help get that crispiness that I'm looking for, because the fat itself is nice and juicy. So I'm just going to encourage a little bit of crispiness on the outside, and then let it rest again just before I slice it up. So I'm actually going to go ahead and finish off the cucumber. Just get some nice lengths. Boom. Yeah, nothing too crazy. Yeah, Dragon Ball Z, oh my lord. I remember growing up with Dragon Ball Z so hard. Right, it would take forever for certain episodes to just go anywhere. But totally worth it. Totally worth it. And your friend, hey, thank you so much, man. It should be actually not too bad. It should be nice, dank overall. You know what I mean? Again, super simple. And as well, where we went to the TNT. Right now, pork prices and things like that, or pork-related items, are super cheap right now. So I highly recommend, because if anyone knows, or anyone that's been watching knows, I've been hitting a lot of pork product recently, strictly because of like how significantly cheaper it is than just beef, chicken is at this moment. Same with fish. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and got this avocado. Right, so the avocado itself is going to add this kick-ass creaminess. Look at that. Awesome. Right? And this avocado is only $3. So it's like the equivalent of several avocados at once in just one avocado. So if you like making avocado toast, I highly recommend a Caribbean avocado. Say again?
Chef Nate.
Chef Nate in the house. What is good, dude? Good to see ya. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and slip through the avocado. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of scoring it all the way to the skin without cutting all the way through. Right? If you're going to do this with your hands, be very careful. But at the same time, if it's a nice ripe avocado, all you got to do is put your knife down. You don't have to slice as you go, because I don't recommend that. But you ended up with a nice, good amount of riveting, right? So I'm just going to take
A little higher. There you go.
Right? So, again, nicely sliced, all that good stuff, right? Nothing crazy. Just going to take your spoon, right? And you're just going to, again, run it down against the grain on both ends. And you're just going to slice it into your slaw, just like that. So it's nice, it's fresh. Anything left over will turn into this really kick-ass coleslaw for tomorrow as well. Okay? All right. Next, where did I put it right here? Or did I already use it? Now I'll just have to rinse this guy. All right. So that's just properly reducing down right now. And because there, again, it has like that nice the glucose from the pancake syrup is not only going to give it a good amount of flavor, right? It's going to actually help maintain a lot of that extra.
Chef Nate's dropping you some gifts.
Chef Nate with the gifts. Thanks so much for the bubble tea and the GG, my friend. Thank you so much. Okay, so that's reduced down, but again, you can't reduce fat, so you have all that concentrated flavor sitting on the base, and all you have to do is just give this thing a quick stir. All right, and then what I'm going to do here is just going to give this a quick rinse, just to kind of break up the sugar particle on the bottom. All right. Okay, just give it a quick wipe. Boom. Get this heating up, and then I'm going to add just a little bit of oil in, just to fry up the pork. Just like that. All right. Nice. How's the pork? Gorgeous. Yeah, that's doing good. Okay, so to this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add in just a little bit of this Chinese braising liquid. Right, that's going to be a little bit extra source of salt. Right, and that'll mix perfectly with the sweetness, but at the same time, this is what's actually going to help break up that fat content on the inside of the, what do you call it, pork sauce, right? So now you got this really nice glazy, sweet, and savory pork stock. All right, boom, put that to the side. Had a red 6-inch mohawk, wore a jacket covered in spikes. Yo, we all did, man. If you saw me as as a teenager, I was a mad goth kid.
You're trying to get caught up on us just chatting about
like goth things.
we were.
Oh yeah, I loved like, especially like, this is like the last remaining things that I got as a goth kid. But like, man, I was all about like having all the piercings, eyeliner, guyliner, to be correct. Chill with your daughter, right on, dude. Love it. Okay, so I'm gonna let that thing heat up, and in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead now and drain out. Drain out my mashed potatoes. There it is. Just gonna do this, and again, I'm gonna keep a little bit of this liquid, just so when I do finish mashing it, it is a little bit on the wetter side, right? Because that to me is a super important aspect of it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is I need. Yeah, this will work. So I'm just going to go with this. I'm going to turn the heat up just to a 4. Okay, so before I add in any extra liquids, you can see that resting the potatoes in the pan and in the liquid, right, allowed the potatoes to fully bloom, right? So that when you crush it, they're completely tender and soft. Yeah? Right? Again, you can pull it out a little bit earlier and get them drained if you want a more chunky mashed potatoes. In this case, I'm actually going to go for a very nice and smoother mashed potato. So with a rubber spatula, what I'm doing is I'm now just breaking it down against the wall of the pot. Okay, I originally was going to do this in a bowl, but instead I used the bowl for a salad. So, fuck it. We make it work. Okay, so now we're left with a nice, overall very smooth potato. You can see, right? Cuts really well, all that good stuff. Right, so then...
Potatoes are next level.
Say again? Duchess potatoes? Oh, I know. Like, if you have the time to cut up the Duchess, in my opinion, though, I love a Dutch, but I really love... what's that one? It's... You scoop it out of the skin, then you mix all the shit in, you repipe it in, and then you give it another bake, like a double baked potato. Is just insane. Especially when you stuff it full of like fucking things.
What's a Duchess potato?
A Duchess potato, if I recall, is a potato that's cut in half, and then you're going to take put it flat side down onto two chopsticks or onto a barrier, and then you're just going to cut slits. Like you're going to put it like here in the middle, then you put it there, and then you cut really thin slits into your potato. And what the barrier does is it prevents it from cutting all the way, so that when you bake it, it is what do you call it? It's kind of like its own self-working scallop potato in its own way. Then because you cook it in stock, and then you can cover it with a nice bechamel or stuff each layer with a bit of cheese or something like that. It's pretty insane. You can eat mashed potatoes. Oh yeah. Yeah, mashed potatoes are really, really like, again, it's even Shannon, she can eat mashed potatoes or any type of potato, pretty much.
I'll eat potato all the time. Lynn wants to know, what type of potato do you use most for mashed?
To be honest with you, I use whatever's cheap. I know that's a cop-out answer. But to be honest, I just go for like the one, like today I'm just using a baking potato. Strictly because when it becomes fluffy, it actually doesn't get clumpy. It doesn't have like a crazy amount, like the worst amount of starch. You feel me? And that to me is important. So, you would use a white potato. A Yukon works really well, but those also do become very kind of slightly discolored in a way, which you want to kind of prevent. But they'll still work. Any potatoes will generally work. So to the mashed potatoes, what I'm going to do is, since I have the heat on, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to add in just a nub of butter, like half a stick. Okay. A splash of milk. All right. And I'm just going to go ahead and push some of the mashed potatoes to the side and get some of the milk and the butter just resting on the side of the pan. So that will heat up and melt pretty quick. So then all you have to do then just fold it into your mashed potatoes after the fact. Mashed with egg yolk piped into a pile, then baked to brown, can be filled. Oh yeah, that's right. They're more like sorry, what am I thinking? I'm thinking of Hasselback potatoes. Sorry guys, I am totally wrong. The Hasselback one is the one where you slice it. Duchess potatoes, yeah, those are the ones that you pipe onto a sheet and you bake so they become like a mound of mashed potatoes. Either way, those things are fire as well. Have you ever taken a Duchess potato with it has chives, garlic, butter, cheese, right? Then you take one of those things, you feel me? You take a brioche bun, right? And some prime rib. You know what I'm saying? Some gnarly prime rib. It's been just sitting in the gravy. So it's medium rare, just hit with a little bit of gravy on the toasted bun with garlic butter and a Duchess potato on top, smashed. Boom. My Lord, if you want to slightly die inside, that is it. Trevor, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate you. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and just give that a quick fry just to see. I'm going to start with one piece just to make sure that it's going to do the thing that I'm expecting it to do. Definitely doing the thing I expect it to do. There we go. In this case, I'm actually just going to fry the fucking fat out of this. Just so that's crispy. There you go. Ha ha. Yeah.
Do you just get oil everywhere?
Slightly.
Okay. Someone says, dry the pork belly and reduce the splatter.
No. We'll do it the hard way. Yeah, because it only needs to be flash fried, so I'm okay with that. Get that caramel.
Do you have enough towels over there for this?
Yes. I'm only really using the one.
Alright, well. Good Lord, sir, you got...
Hell yeah.
You're going to be cleaning this kitchen later. Have fun with that.
Well, I mean,
Someone said the banana bread with the bananas.
Banana bread with bananas. What was that?
Your bananas in the background are sad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, they're already like starting to pass.
Sad bananas. Good Lord, this is why I hide in the next room, y'all.
Yeah. Hell yeah. If I had a deep fry, this would be way easier.
Why would you do it the easy way and get a deep fryer?
That's true. Well, I mean, I would actually overuse that deep fryer like crazy. You know that. There you go. Kill the heat. Perfect. Boom and boom. All right. Groundbreaking. An air fryer? I wish. Your bananas are sad. Yo.
Yeah, two different banana conversations. MJ and I are talking about how bananas are in banana bread, which is groundbreaking.
Hey, man. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. I've said that to a dude in jail.
She's heard sad bananas before.
She's heard sad bananas
Are a
before.
plague.
Hey, but you know what? At least like it's like one of the only fruits that when it goes bad, it actually still has a use, right? Like I'll give bananas a lot of props. Okay, so now that's all good to go, and then I got my butter melted, all that in here. I'm gonna give that a stir.
Chef G wants to know where you work. He's in Calgary.
Say again. What is that? Oh, where do I work? I used to work all over the place, but right now I've been a stay-at-home dad for the last about 6-7 months. Right now, since the film industry is pretty harsh, I'm going back to kitchens. So I'm right now currently looking for work. So if anyone wants if anyone wants a personal chef out there, help me. All right. Well, that's all good to go. That's all good to go. Oven's off. Nice. See, that's what I'm looking for. So like, all the caramelization from the frying really created this like ultra soft fucking... Oh, holy shit. Yes. All right. So, to my potatoes, I'm just going to add just a extra little bit of seasoning to it. So now that it's like super smooth, right? All we have to do now is just kind of wait for it to kind of just thicken just slightly.
Catering services, yeah?
Yes. I am absolutely doing catering. Or at least I can do catering. Definitely something that I do. What is the option here? Okay, so to my potatoes, just gonna go ahead and add in just a touch of garlic powder. Bring up the savory flavor. Right? Potatoes themselves, yep, don't need any more salt, so that's good. Okay. Nice. Gorgeous. All right. Nice smooth mashed potatoes. Again, you can also, one of the things I do recommend is you can also go all the way and just hit it with cream. So now that it's had a chance to just kind of not be insanely hot.
Chef Nate.
Hey,
Yeah.
cheers, Chef Nate. You have a good rest of your night if you're peacing out. Yeah, absolutely. The white potatoes are amazing for a mashed potato. Yeah, definitely worth the oil splatters. You're 100%. And Okanagan Love, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Quinn, I'm going to eat when I goddamn am ready to eat. Goddamn it. Still haven't even like reached the plating stage yet. You made butter chicken today at work? Oh, yeah, dude. Oh, you know for a fact, butter chicken, naan bread, hit of rice, that's it. Always goes. 100%. Razakov, yo, hey, tonight, I'm just finishing right now. I got glazed pork bellies right here, right? I got some really nice garlic and herb. Sorry, it's like garlic mashed potatoes with some herb cream cheese. Just put in. Just gonna give that a stir. Super smooth, right? Super smooth consistency on that. Right? That little bit of cream cheese is gonna help thicken it out just a little bit. Nothing too crazy. Then on the side, or to go on top, I got some nice fresh. It's gonna be like more like a Japanese or like an Asian style slot/salad, which I'm actually gonna go ahead and just add the dressing to. Let's see where.
Where's the glazed chef of Camp Cooks?
Oh, you'll see. Oh, you'll see. All right, so I got some extra Goma dressing that I'm gonna use for the slaw. Gonna slap that on there. Let that just hang out for a second, do its thing. Okay. All right. Nice, vibrant, fresh. All right. Yeah, so the glaze that you're asking for is this guy right here that I harvested out of the reduction of the braising liquid. McLovin 420, thank you so much for the follow. I fucking love McLovin, man. Look at that. Wow. God damn. So it's a sweet, savory kind of situation going on there. Oh man, Fawny, thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate you. And Miranda, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate you for being here. Am I in Canada, the US? I'm in Calgary, Alberta, my friend. Yeah. All right, so we're pretty much at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and plate up dinner. I didn't do any dessert today just because we have like extra desserts just kind of sitting. So what I'm going to do is...
Will this be live on your YouTube?
Yes, this will be on our YouTube, on my YouTube as well. I should update the YouTube page right now. In the next 24 hours, you'll see a big update on that with some brand new episodes or replays from these lives. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going to go ahead and slice up just a small little bit of, I have garlic olives and Kalamata olives. And what this is going to do, it's going to be small little pops of salt, which I really, really kind of want. Because again, these aren't the most like over-seasoned things in the world, but it's all about building and establishing like little small pockets of different sodium contents. Fawny, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Yes, and again, this will all be replayed and live within the next day or two here. Olives. Hey, come on now. Nice fingernail. Hey, appreciate you, man. I do have to repaint them, though. Playing guitar really, like, wears down, like, the nails. All right, so let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and start plating this dish. So, let's grab a nice... Let's do a white plate today. I'm going to go with one of these. All right. So, for the mashed potatoes, just going to go ahead and just make sure that these are reincorporated. Again, little lumps, no big deal. But as long as it's relatively smooth, right, you'll be able to go ahead and put it onto the plate. Right, give it a nice little smash right across. Okay. Move this right here. Move that here. So for the pork, yeah, let's go ahead with this one. And this one. Pork. Oh my lord, yeah. Look at that. Right? Nice, juicy, you can see it. Right? Good rivets of fat content ratio, right? Fat, meat, fat. So that's not too shabby. Just gonna go ahead and slice these down on a bias. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take the two pieces, I'm going to shingle them just kind of side by side, just so that when I throw on the coleslaw, it's a nice little mound, nothing too serious. Nice. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. Okay. So then, of course, we're going to go ahead and hit with this glaze. Right? Again, if you look at that, god damn. Okay. Since this is reduced, you don't need a crazy amount, right? You don't want to overdo it because you can add on, but you cannot take away. So I'm going to go ahead and just layer on just a little bit. Right? Finish the plate. Like that. Then I'm going to go ahead with a little bit of this slaw. Right? What's awesome is that avocado is going to give it this really great juiciness. It's perfectly ripe, so. And then that green pepper will help add into like the element of sweetness. Right, just like that. And just another hit of avocado on top. Oh. Okay, so then what is it missing? Okay, just going to do a small hit of sesame just to help bulk up the nutty flavor. And did I use them all? Right? I thought I had like an open thing of ginger. Oh, I do. Got it. Yes, I do. I got the white ginger.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. And then, so now, just to finish, okay, because it is like more like a, what do you call it, Japanese salad, right? Going with like a glazed sweet, I do want to have like a bit of that sourness element implied. So I'm going to just go ahead and add in some white preserved ginger. Like the same stuff you use on sushi. Just a couple of hits here and there. Nothing too serious. You don't have to bog it down, but if you do like the ginger flavor and element, I do recommend adding this into your salad as well.
We got a hello from Six Nations for Lana.
Hey, Lana, how are ya? And hello to you as well. Hope you're having a really great Tuesday. We're just finishing up dinner here. Okay, and oh, that's right. And just because we have it for a little extra crunch, I got some of these nice crispy fried onions. Highly recommend them for anybody that does a lot of salads and stuff like that.
Rupert123 wants to know what you've been adding. I think they missed an ingredient in there.
What is it that I just added? So what I just added was, sorry, I did the salad, right? With the goma dressing. So it's just red onions, cucumbers, shredded cabbage or like shredded coleslaw mix, a little bit of green onions, and avocado, or like Caribbean avocado. Then on top, I hit it with a little bit of the white ginger, right? Like the same stuff you use with sushi. The crispy bits right here is just fried shallots and onions, like the Malaysian style fried onions. And then I'm just gonna hit with a couple of the pieces of olive, right? You don't need a crazy amount, but again, I do want to encourage like a sweet, salty, savory hits here and there. Right? And that's it.
So that's what you got there.
Bobby Bottle Service, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate you. What we got here is some nice creamy garlic mashed potatoes with a little bit of herb cream cheese. Really super nice, really super smooth. On top of that, I did a nice glazed pork belly, which you can see here, right? It's been glazed and braised really, really slowly and soft, right? So when this is sliced, just gorgeous, soft, unctuous, a lot of fatty content. Hit with a little bit of soy sauce, a little bit of Chinese fried spice, you know what I'm saying? Aunt Jemima's butter syrup, all that good stuff. Then I made a coleslaw of red onions, green onions, cucumbers, avocado, and a little bit of coleslaw cabbage mix. And then used a little bit of the goma Japanese dressing on top of that. So like boom. Then I hit it just to garnish with some nice Kalamata olives, some stuffed green garlic olives. I also did a little bit of the ginger, since it's an Asian style dressed salad, and a little bit of what do you call it? The kind of fried onions to give it some of that extra crunch. All right. Barb, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Where do I got this specifically at like Superstore, but you can pretty much get it anywhere that has a really good Asian aisle. So it is like what goma dressing is essentially just like Japanese sesame dressing. So if you can find sesame dressing, that's equally as good. Well, this plate, just so you know, you're wildin'. This plate right here, I'm going to give to my wife because she's been sitting and waiting for this. No dessert today, Lambo. No. Because we have a bunch left over, so I'm going to use those up. I have my banana spring rolls, as well as I still have some of those blueberry lemon tarts, which I got to just eat up before I do anything else. And Woopert, thank you so much for the follow. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead, if you guys will excuse me. My lady's been waiting, so I want to make sure that she gets this nice and fresh, but I will taste. Okay, so now what I will do for y'all is I'm going to have an actual quick taste of this. But not an end piece. I want this middle joint. Yeah, dude. Right, again, when you're cooking with pork belly, like the ratio of meat to fat is quite considerable, right? So, oh, Chelsea, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. So I'm going to go ahead, give it a quick dip. Yeah, dude. Oh my God. Actually, one of these. Yeah. Alright, just like that. Boom. A little bit of that green onion on top. Have a nice, simple, easy bite. That. God damn. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Super fresh. Oh my Lord. Oh man. Lucy, thank you so much for the follow as well. I appreciate it. Jaxie can fly. Thank you so much for being here. Hello again. Yeah, you know you can taste it. This dressing Again, it's just like say sweet, it's fatty, and I can't. It's really understated. So, highly recommend if anybody has like does pork belly, keep the braise, reduce that motherfucker down, add in extra flavorings and seasonings, and it's gorgeous. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I love the name that I chose as well because, again, that will be the name of my cookbook coming up. Yeah, and Alicia, definitely come over for snacks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you guys as always for showing up. You know what I mean? Pulling up, being an awesome crowd. You guys are amazing as always. Anyone new, thank you very much for joining the community. Welcome again. If you haven't as well, if you're just watching this live, go ahead, hit that follow button. It helps me out a lot. And yeah, man, I hope you guys have a really great rest of your Tuesday. I will be back on Thursday, 5 p.m. Mountain Time as usual. I don't know what I'm going to make, but I think we'll figure it out from there. Liam, thank you so much for the follow. And yeah, if you guys, I guess, can go onto my page, check out, there's a link there to all my YouTube pages. If you can, go ahead, hit a subscribe on those. Those also help me out. You know what I mean? See if anyone's like interested in watching any of the fun stuff. One channel's for like fun, weird things to do with like food, card magic, all that shit. The other stuff is replays of these lives if you want to catch a replay or have missed something for a recipe that you want to do, and all that stuff. But until then, guys, I will go ahead and I will catch you guys on Thursday. As usual, make sure that you guys eat well, have a great night, and fill those stomachs up, all right? Yeah, man. Take care, y'all.